Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Back. GGI Mob shit, and I'm back. So we gonna be going to Detroit with it. We gonna be talking about the Chambers Brothers. So the Chambers Brothers were a criminal organization heavily involved in a distribution of crack cocaine in the city of Detroit, Michigan during the 1980s. The brothers consisted of BJ, Larry, Willie, and Otis Chambers.
The Chambers Brothers, Billy Joe, Larry, Willie Lee, and Otis. They were small-time marijuana dealers who cornered the market in crack cocaine.
It blossomed into a drug distribution network, the largest crack cocaine distribution network ever prosecuted in the United States, operating 200 to 300 crack houses in the city of Detroit, using 400 to 500 employees.
They also had 3 other sisters, and they set up twin brothers. One of the twins, Frederick, became known for being a top-notch military drill sergeant in California. The siblings moved to Memphis, Tennessee, while the 4 brothers became notorious nationally when the Detroit Police Department confiscated videotapes of the brothers counting their laundry baskets full of money and flaunting their excessive wealth.
The Chambers Brothers operated like a major corporation. Larry and Billy Joe were the chief executives, running several divisions.
Ain't no telling how much up there. We're rich. I'm gonna go buy me 3 cars tomorrow. And a Jeep.
The sophistication of the Chambers organization was shocking. Even veteran law enforcement officials had never seen anything like it.
They had every corporate marketing skill that is successful in legitimate business. They had it. They had it all. They had rules, regulations, fines, incentives for their employees. They paid them well. If these people had gone into legitimate business, they'd probably be very successful, legitimate businessmen. I have no doubt of that.
You're looking at $20,000 worth of crack. It is usually sold in tiny rocks that cost $10. The Chambers Brothers captured the street market by offering 2-for-1 sales and discount coupons.
They would discount the price to $7, to $5, to $3. They had runners on the street bringing people from a competitor's crack house to their crack house.
The Chambers Brothers' corporate mentality influenced other drug sellers. Many dealers began sounding like junior executives.
If business is good for everybody, then everybody is cool. But if it starts getting crowded, you have to make cutbacks just like the big corporations.
Corporate profits for the Chambers poured in so rapidly that they literally couldn't count it all.
Should we throw these ones away, man, since we got $500,000?
Well, I tell you what we can do. We can give it to the poor.
That's exactly what I say, too. We'll just donate those to the poor. As a matter of fact, we just ride down the street and get them ones away.
The man counting the money is William Jackson, a lieutenant in the Chambers organization. The man behind the camera, whose voice you hear, is Larry Chambers. Like his brothers, he was rarely photographed, but he enjoyed videotaping drug deals and trips back to his hometown of Marianna, Arkansas. The brothers made trips back to their hometown to show off their new-made wealth and to enlist Marianna's high school students for their burgeoning business in Detroit. Dozens were recruited and taken back to the Motor City in caravans. They were promised fast money and high times. Instead, many were virtually enslaved.
They were put inside of dirty, decrepit rooms in apartments with a hole in the door, and they were to stay there, as I say, 12 hours a day, sometimes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Employees were controlled by strict written rules. Violators paid fines and were subject to severe beatings. 17-year-old James Ray Ferris left Marianna with the Chambers Brothers and was found murdered in a Detroit crack house. His foster father hopes that other Marianna teens will learn from James Ray's experience.
Through his death, there have been some children have turned around And I'm thankful for that, you know, because if you can get one or two to turn around, you have accomplished something.
When the Chambers brothers were arrested, police confiscated 6 kilos of cocaine, 193 guns, 68 cars, and $500,000 in cash. They believe millions of dollars more may be hidden in Mariana. The Chambers brothers were convicted of conspiracy to distribute narcotics. They face life in prison. For 3 years, they lived the high life while leaving a trail of shattered lives from Arkansas to Michigan. They introduced cocaine to a quiet country town. Their crack houses helped destroy entire neighborhoods in a major city. Yet many children see them as heroes. Prosecutors say the damage they have done is overwhelming.
The Chambers are accused of operating a $3 million a week drug operation that once accounted for half of Detroit's crack cocaine trade.
Detroit's drug gangs are known for being ruthless, using young children to sell drugs and threatening anyone who gets in their way.
If you owe us some money and your mom and them at home and you ain't there, we can't find you, your mama go.
For gangs, drug turf is clearly defined. It is a world that is difficult for outsiders to penetrate. But that's exactly what happened when 4 country boys from Arkansas used corporate marketing techniques to take over the city's drug trade. Believing that they were above the law, they boldly videotaped their activities.
Money, money, money. We rich, damn it.
It's all the evidence they need to sit down here in Jackson.
$150,000 cash.
In 1991, the film New Jack City, the character Nino Brown and his associates were largely based on the Chambers brothers. As in the movie, the Chambers brothers were also known for taking over an apartment complex known as the Broadmoor on E Grand Boulevard and Ferry Street on the lower east end of Detroit. The name was changed to the Carter in the film, which was used to house the gang's drug selling operation.
Authorities say the Chambers were so arrogant they took home videos to show off their artillery, count their illegal drug money, and show off their house.
This is the dining room. This is a 24-karat gold faucet.
The Chambers brothers and 10 associates are now on trial in a U.S. District Court in Detroit. They are charged with cocaine conspiracy and tax evasion. In court, witnesses accuse the Chambers of keeping members in line with such tactics as pushing them out windows and mangling their fingers for sampling cocaine. One witness testified how 2 gang members carried a competing pusher's bloodied body from an apartment to a nearby dumpster. Authorities say the Chambers recruited their gang in their hometown, Mariana, Arkansas. From 1982 to 1987, police say they brought 150 eager teenagers who were looking for big bucks back to Detroit with them. But if the youngsters wanted to leave, they were threatened and beaten. Some gang members who were indicted are still at large, and people who testify against the brothers are terrified that the Chambers will try to get even. In their home videos, the Chambers love to show off their vehicles. All 41 of them were confiscated, along with $500,000 in cash and $500,000 in jewelry.
If y'all remember the Chambers brothers, man, y'all know anything about the Chambers brothers, y'all get in that comment section, man. Hit that like button, make sure them notifications turned on, and hit that subscribe button. Slum 1200, GGI.
I bleed the streets, I am the struggle. Yeah, I'm the struggle. I bleed the streets, I am the struggle. Yeah, I'm the streets. I bleed the streets, I am the struggle. Play the cuts like peroxide, waiting to bubble. Still trapping with this rapping, yeah, I'm going in. Trying to murder everything, even the pad and pen. No witnesses, no survivors. Red Cross, Glock fire, hot lava, head lost.